peep this hot shit, baby, cause we got number fire for you, baby. From San Diego to the Bay on out, baby. It's hot. DJ Fingaz of Yuck Mouth.
To the west side. Going down. 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 They say a party ain't a party to the west side. It's time to get it crackin'. They say a party ain't a party to the west side. It's time to get it crackin'. They say a party ain't a party to the west side. It's time to get it crackin'. They say a party. They say a party ain't a party to the west side. It's time to get it crackin'. Get it crackin'. Homie, this is West Coast down. Homie, this is West Coast down.
Fabricati.com, man.
And what is the best West Coast hip-hop memory that you've been part of or contributed to?
I mean, for me, like, some of the back in the day, like, the concerts, like, definitely Up in Smoke, like, that was just amazing. I was at 3 of those. Like, that was such a dope show. Like, you know, it was just amazing to see.
With DJ Jam?
Yeah, Jam
Nice.
is from San Diego too, man, and that was, you know, Dre and Snoop's DJ. That's my big homie. That's one of the people I looked up to when I was coming up, you know, my man Jam, my boy DJ Rags, Mike Ski. You know, there were certain people that really, like, you know, LA Reckless, they were doing it in San Diego, and I was just like, hey man, I want to try to get into this. So it took a lot of hard work and dedication and knowing how to, like, network, and that's my strong point, is I'm really good at marketing and business. So I was able to take my career to a quicker and next level, even above some of my peers, you know what I mean? But I still to this day have, you know, a ton of respect for them and where I came from, and I would never take that from them in any way, you know. So.
And you have anything to say to Canada?
Yeah, man, free healthcare. No, like, we always joke about that. No, man, Canada's been cool so far. Man, I've been on the East Coast of Canada. I played a festival. My first trip to Canada was Montreal. I played a festival called Cream. How many years ago that was? And then I went to Toronto with Genuine once. We did a show there. And then I made 2 quick stops on the Gumball 3000 with Exhibit in Quebec City and Toronto again. So I've only been, and then Edmonton one time. So I've never been, this is my first time on the West Coast of Canada, which is dope. And I even lived in Oregon for a couple years. So I was up north, but I never made it up to Canada. So it's cool, man. Like, so far so good. You know, I like going to new places, meeting new people, seeing things, and being able to tell my story to other people. I got my YouTube channel that I usually put stuff up on so people can kind of see what I'm doing, you know, that might never ever get out of San Diego, LA, California. You know, there's people that have never been out of the city, you know, so they can log on to my thing and be like, wow, this is what Fingaz is doing, you know what I mean? So I like to bring that and give that back to people, man. That's real big for me, is being able to give back. And, you know, any chance I get to do that, I always do it. So.
And you have anything else to say for our legendary interview that we've just captured?
Man, I mean, shit, you know, thanks to you guys for keeping, you know, hip-hop going, and, you know, and keep interviewing the artists, and, you know, keeping it alive, you know, whether it's doing the interviews or the DJ thing or rapping or whatever it is, man. Like, you know, you just kind of find your lane, you stay in it, and you go with it, and that's what will help you, get successful faster. Is not worrying about, especially nowadays, all the hate, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really like that as much back in the day, but there's just so much hate nowadays of people that are successful and other people that can't or don't have the drive to be successful. So, like, they kind of need to be able to go back and look at all the history, you know what I mean, and be able to see, like, well, they did that without having to, you know, beef with each other and all that. You know, like, it's just different now, man. The politics of the game are different. And I just, you know, again, man, I'm just blessed I came in where I did in the era that I came in. And, like, you know, listening to artists even before I started DJing, listening to NWA and Public Enemy, Slick Rick. Like, I came up on a lot of East Coast hip hop at first when I started out. I really did. It's ironic because I really didn't like too much of the independent West Coast stuff at the time, where it was the Click. There was, there was the Click. Like, a lot of my friends were listening to the Click, and E40, and I was just like, I don't even like this shit. I was listening to Tribe Called Quest or whatever. So it was weird, but then it was weird that years later I became friends with E40, and I've produced a dozen records for him. So, like, it just goes to show you, man, you couldn't have told me back then in 10 lifetimes that I would be doing that. But, things happen, man. If you got dreams and goals and you stick to them, and people put me on to stuff back then, the SIBO and Dre Dog and all these independent artists that I was just like, it just blew me away and got me really vibing on the West Coast underground scene. I was already with the NWA and stuff like that, King T's and all that, but like, that really got me, open to that. And once that happened, it was like a whole nother world. So, and like, even people like Dre Dog, and that's my homie, man. Like, I've known that dude for like 16 years, and it's an honor to be able to, I was such a fan, and be able to be a friend. And like, I could literally call him up, and he knows, any kind of love, man. He's got it for me. He respects me because he's seen me grow from when I was nothing to what I am now. So, we've been there through the whole thing, and that's it, man. It's just about relationships and respect and loyalty, you know what I mean, and keeping it real with yourself and your surroundings, and that's what it is.
And which records have you produced that we would know about, some big hits?
I don't know, the most classic E40 record I did was on his album called Blueprint of Self-Made Millionaire, whatever. It's back in like 2000. There's a song called Mouthpiece, and it was like a pretty classic record of his. Then I did on the second Click album, I did the single, and I did 3 other songs, and I've recorded not this last album of his, but one last year I did a song on there as well. Like, so I'm always working with him. He put me up on a lot of stuff, man. That's another like person I really look up to now, which I said is ironic that back then I wasn't even really listening to that shit. I was
very
like,
dope.
So now we have a relationship and a friendship, and it's crazy. Again, I could sit all day and think of all these scenarios that I've been through, and I'm just still blown away by it.
And you got any shouts?
That's the hard thing, man. Just shout out to everybody that that supports me and what I do. I don't want to just name it. I always forget somebody, but definitely everybody that's down with me and supports everything that's positive. I definitely salute all you guys. So.
All right, and this is the Archivest, and you already know the name, y'all.
Archivest, peace.
I don't need no iron, I'm already creased. I don't need no money, I got my face. I don't need no iron, I'm already creased.